Hawaii News Now at 10.
Ahole TMT, that's the rallying cry from Native Hawaiian protesters who are rejecting the governor's plan to restart construction of the 30-meter telescope.
Despite the governor's effort to find a balance between culture and science, some of those hardcore activists are still camping up at the Summit Road. They've been there for 2 months and are now preparing for another clash with authorities.
Chelsea Davis is live at the Capitol with new reaction in our top story. Chelsea?
Keahi, Steph, it started on the Big Island and it has made its way to the state capitol, all the way to the 5th floor at Governor David Ige's office. Now he has a plan for future stewardship of Mauna Kea.
TMT has the right to proceed with construction.
There's no timeline yet on when construction will resume, and many other specifics are yet to be worked out. But Governor Ige is trying to move the project forward by making some concessions.
We have in many ways failed the mountain. Whether you see it from a cultural perspective or from a natural resource perspective, we have not done right by a very special place, and we must act immediately to change that.
To change that, Ige wants to include more Native Hawaiians in decision-making on leases, rules, and visitors to the summit. He wants UH to reduce its current lease, further study its environmental impacts, and return more than 10,000 acres of land to the state. The governor also wants to ban any future telescopes in that area and decommission several other older scopes.
We share that commitment. We agree that the university can and must do better, and we apologize for where our efforts have fallen short.
Despite such apologies, critics are proving hard to win over. This photo was taken today at the summit, where protesters have been camping out for the last 61 days. And more activists are flying to join them and continue their blockade of construction vehicles.
We've been neglected in our own homeland. We've become a minority in our own home, and our voices seem to have no power, no real weight. And so this is about taking that back. And what better place to start than at the Pico?
It's like shaking the beehive, coming up with little manini things to make it look like we can coexist, and then at the same time say they have all appropriate approvals and they have the right to proceed and I will enforce it. It's like declaring war over there.
The governor says he will allow peaceful protests to continue, but he also says the state will ensure public safety and the right to use our roads, which means protesters who block the construction vehicles may face another round of arrests.
TMT officials released a statement saying thank you and they have much work ahead of them. Reporting live from the state capitol, Chelsea Davis, Hawaii News Now.
Chelsea, thank you. More now on the governor's wish to decommission telescopes. It's a plan first drafted in 2010. 3 scopes, all built in the late 80s and 90s, face demolition. They are the Caltech Sub-Millimeter Observatory, the James Clerk Maxwell scope, and the Very Long Baseline Array. Those structures would actually be dismantled and hauled down the mountain. The governor wants these 3 and 1 other to be gone by the time the TMT is operational in 7 years.
And don't forget, the TMT still faces a legal challenge in the state Supreme Court. We'll be following that along with the protests and the planned restart of construction. Stay with us for the latest on air and online.